Earlier this morning, Rockstar finally released the two new auto dealerships into GTA Online. We have Simeon's auto dealership, and then we have the luxury dealership. Now, the luxury one, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of useless. You can't even go inside of it. There's no interior. You just walk up to a glass, look at a vehicle, and then if you want to purchase it, you can. But it actually costs more than what you would pay for on the website because in the dealership, it's got different modifications. So that one, I don't know. We'll come back to it. The Simeon's dealership, however, is kind of neat. And there's one thing it added. It's such a small thing, but I'm telling you guys, it's probably the single best thing about this new dealership. Forget cars, forget everything else. Snacks. Snacks and free snacks is the best part about Simeon's dealership. So if you do decide to head over to Simeon's dealership, of course, there's the actual vehicles in there. There's 5. One of them is the Dubsta 2, which actually I think costs like 75K. So it's a little bit expensive compared to the regular Dubsta. I mean, you can just find those on the street. But the Dubsta 2 is rare. You cannot find that look, that trim, unless you do some crazy stuff. So if you don't want to grind and do all that stuff, you can just buy it straight up, which is neat. And I do wonder maybe if going forward, they're going to start introducing more of those rare vehicles into Simeon's. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. But if you go inside of Simeon's and you know, slowly venture all the way to the front of the store, on the table, look at that. We got snacks. And the best part, they're all free. You can fill up on all of your snacks right here in free roam without loading into a loading screen, completely for free. That is the single best thing about this little dealership. And it pairs so nicely with the new additions, the new quality of life features they added, where you can literally just eat snacks from your inventory, from your weapon wheel. If you're doing any sort of mission, any sort of heist, you definitely want to hit up Simeon's and grab your free snacks. Now, I know there's been other places that give free snacks. I think like the agency does it. The CEO, if you ask your little assistant, they do it. But the problem with all of those places is you have to sit through a loading screen. Sometimes that's not an issue, but I'm telling you guys, for me at least, it's almost like 50% of the time I try and go into a loading screen and to one of my properties, and it just takes forever. I'm sitting at a black screen with a loading circle for like a minute and a half. Why it takes so long, couldn't tell you, but it does. And now we can just go in free roam, just walk through a door here, and boom. And the best part is in the middle of the city. It's literally where you're probably going to end up driving around anyway. So that alone probably makes this dealership one of the best additions to the game. No longer do you have to go through a little loading screen to get your snacks. You can stock up anytime you do any mission, any heist, right here. Now, there's a couple other things I wanted to mention just in case anyone was curious. So this dealership is literally completely safe from any sort of projectiles, bullets, jets, rockets, whatever. And the reason that is because Rockstar decided they're making invisible walls. So you can shoot the doors open with a gun or with any sort of explosion, but they're not actually going to go inside the store, which, I mean, look, makes sense considering it's now a dealership with 5 cars and stuff. But there's an invisible wall on both of the doors to enter Simeon's dealership here. And I mean, I just tested it with sticky bombs. They just stick to the door. Rockets, they just explode at the door. You cannot shoot the NPCs inside with guns either. I would imagine that also works for people. So if there's people inside, you cannot kill them, which obviously is just such a nice thing. I'm glad they did that, because you already know there would have been people with Oppressor Mark IIs trying to blow everything up inside the dealership if they didn't. Also, if you have cops on you, you can't go in there. So again, that also kind of makes sense. So this is not only a place to get free snacks, but it's kind of a safe haven in free roam where you just can't die. So yeah, I know this morning, I think a lot of us were kind of disappointed, myself included, with these dealerships, considering they didn't really include the new vehicle. So you can't test drive it, and the vehicles that are in there are kind of old, and like, maybe most people have them. I don't know if you're a newer player, maybe not, but honestly, apart from the whole car thing, Simeon's dealership at least is pretty handy to have in free roam. Free snacks and a safe haven. That sounds good to me. So hopefully you guys check out the dealership, and maybe, you know, you'll also put it on your sort of list of just places to hit up before you do any sort of heist or mission get them free snacks. Anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. As always, I'll see you all in the next one.